A little disclaimer before everybody decides to view this video. You're not going to find no Soulja Boy, Lil Wayne, or Drake in my collection. This is your man Trav over here. I myself am I'm very passionate about it. I've been listening to it ever since I was a kid, and I still listen to it to this day, although it seems like every person in my generation kind of feels like the need for like really good artists is like dwindling by the second. They're out there. I mean, seriously, there are some really good hip-hop artists out there, but man, you really got to go out and find it. It's not going to be like readily made and available for you to go find. I mean, some of that stuff, you really got to go look for it. To me, all these albums are equally important. And these are just like some of the gems I have in my collection. Judging from like everything I hear on the radio today, I feel like, you know, this has to be said. So, what have I got for you guys? First one in the batch, this one. Raising Hell by Run DMC. Second one is another group album, Enter the Wu-Tang. 36 Chambers by the Wu-Tang Clan. This is like one of those albums you can listen to from beginning to end and not feel you have to skip a single track. Definitely keep that in heavy rotation. Third one, Paul's Boutique by the Beastie Boys. It's like Halloween candy for your ears. I can hear my neighbor outside yelling for a dog. I just wish he'd shut up. Seriously, if you can pick that up at all, shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up! She heard me, thank God. We have Big Shots, Charisma and Peanut Butter Wolf. It's a really good album if you're into like 90s hip hop. We're actually getting into like some of the pretty good stuff right now, I think. This one, Felt 2, a tribute to Lisa Bonet. Next one, oh man, this one is really good. The Minstrel Show by Little Brother. This is like, it's a dynamite album. We got a compilation disc right now. Stone's Throw, 10 Years. Another one, Extinction Level Event by Busta Rhymes. And the next one, gotta love this album. Everybody should have this one. This is like a five-star treat. Merce, 316, the 9th edition. Next up, Undisputed Truth by Brother Ali. Undisputed Truth because it lives up to its title, and there's some really good tracks on here. I've literally, you know, had a conversation with him on a street corner, and the guy definitely, you know, he's real down to earth. Get that one. Next up, Common's greatest album he ever put out, the B album. Me and this album got a lot of history together. It is a classic. Big Pun, Capital Punishment. Dude is probably like the greatest lyricist we'll ever know. I mean, he's the first Latin rapper to bring home a platinum plaque. I mean, how can you not love that? I mean, a lot of good songs on this album right here. One time I pulled this out and it just shut a lot of people up. Only Built for Cuban Links by Raekwon the Chef. You really can't have a Raekwon the Chef album unless you have like Jizza the Genius. You can probably already tell that I'm a Wu-Tang fan. And I think this is like one of the finest albums ever put out. Fish Scale by Ghostface Killer. This is probably, a lot of people call this like a really controversial album. And the fact that it's a concept album as well kind of like really makes it a lot more interesting and a lot more, you know, you can just listen to it over and over again. It's this one, Death Certificate by... Anybody who doesn't have this one in their collection, oh man, I just feel sorry for you. Favorite track on the album is My Summer Vacation because the beat is just bonkers. Next up, Illmatic by Nas. When I first heard New York State of Mind, I knew this was something special. Just from like, oh man, the grimy just production of DJ Premier and just how like he was coming off with words like, you know, I never sleep because sleep is the cousin of death. I mean, this right here is like just a masterpiece. She did save the best for last, by the way. And I gotta say, this album is probably like, I've probably listened to this album like a lot, probably a lot more times than any of these other albums. You know, this one got a lot of heavy rotation. I still have it, still works, it still plays, and it still sounds good. A friend of mine, I discovered like a couple years ago, I looked through a CD collection and found this album. I guess he had the same album. He had a copy in his CD collection, and he said it took him 2 years to find this album. Me, I bought it. Like as soon as I saw it, I had to have it. So without further ado, Sound Bombing Volume 2 from Raucous Records. This is just like that album that, man, that just, you put it in and oh man, it just hooks you, and it makes you appreciate this thing we call hip-hop music, you know? And it's crazy because, I mean, most of the artists that are on this, I've seen most of them in concert, and they are just, man. Mixed by J-Rock and Babu of the world famous Beat Junkies. And I love the fact that they put LP from Company Flow on the top tier and they put Marshall Mathers on the bottom. You know, I think we all know which one has heart. I'll leave that up for you to debate. But what I really like most about it, though, the design, the CD design. It looks like man, you know, you can't get it any better than that. It just says like this album is the bomb, you know. Once you put it in your CD player and you realize that, you know, you got greatness in your hands. And I have it. I looked it up one time on Amazon.com, and just for like a new copy of that goes for like around 30 bucks. I'm guessing probably 40 with shipping and handling, but hey, you know, I could be wrong. But that was just like a quick rundown of all the albums that I really like and enjoy and love to listen to. Well, that about does it for my favorite albums that I have in my collection. I know I might have left some out, but I mean, I'll probably get to those another day. Keep it green and keep it clean. Peace.